Okay, I'm going to do a quick walk around of Jen's car here. This is after the paint work has been done. I'm going to sort of go around it pretty slowly, and you can see the finish work on it. It looks like the front hood, fenders, and front bumper were repainted, but there was a dent right here, and that's gone, and so is the smudge mark. Any kind of paint scrapes or anything like that has been taken out. Right down where the door handle is, where the door opens, that was all touched up, and so that looks pretty good. Down along the edges here, it was scratched. That's been repaired and painted. Down here, this has been repaired as well. There was 2 big scratches there. Apparently this car originally came from Landmark Atlanta. I know those people. On the back bumper is in pretty good shape. There's just a couple little pieces here that we had to touch up, and this is a kind of a faded badge right here, so I'm going to probably change that out for a used one that's in good condition. Around this edge, again, pretty much been cleaned up and taken care of. You can see the paint looks pretty good. There was some scratches along the door. There's a little bit of dirt down there. Wouldn't worry about that right this second. I'll wash that off. But up in here, this whole door was scratched. The worst part is right here. I don't know if there's anything that can be really done right there outside of a body shop. Might be somebody more skilled than what we have to fix that, but most of the time something like that's going to have to go to the body shop. Up here in the front, it's been taken care of. Everything looks pretty good. The wheels, let's go through those real quick, starting from the passenger side. A little bit of dirt on there, but as you can see, there's no more nicks or scratches, and this wheel was pretty bad. It had a nick out of it. Down here along the bottom panels, this wheel looks pretty good. Everything's been taken out of it. All the imperfections. Over on this wheel, once again, pretty much been squared away. And over here, once again, these wheels need cleaned up. They're really not even any more than rinsed off, but right now, the main thing was taking care of any scratches. All right, under the hood, it's pretty clean. I've been working on it. Got in here to repair the PCV that was leaking, cleaned all that off, took the engine cover off, changed the air filter. We changed the oil on it, looked the car over pretty good. There's the prop rod right there. It goes right there to put the hood up, and you want to make sure that you take that off before you try to put the hood down, because if not, you'll bend the bracket. This is the battery right here. It looks like a relatively new battery. That's the fuse box right there where that bolt is new. It was missing. And down along the engine bay, it looks pretty good. You can see where the paint is flaked off right there, those bolts that hold the front bumper in, and that indicates that this was actually repainted at one time. And so there's the washer fluid right there. It's full, and the radiator overflow tank. In order to take this off, you push down, turn it. You can see inside there that looks pretty discolored, and not real happy with that, but it may need to be changed at some point. There's the max level right there, and this is the overflow tube. No, I'm sorry, this is not the overflow tube. This is right here. This goes back to the heater assembly. This is the brake fluid reservoir right here, and it looks good. This is the ECU, which that's the lock position right there. Positive side, negative side of the battery cables, and everything looks pretty good. I've cleaned all this out, so it's pretty good. I don't see any evidence of any severe crash damage or anything like that. I don't really know why they went ahead and painted all this, but I guess it needed to be done. I'll be getting underneath the car later on and taking a look at that. If you notice, there's no VIN number right there because the black of this windshield surround has basically covered it over. So we know that this is a replacement windshield. That's good in a lot of ways in that it's clean and doesn't have any pitting. This is one other bad ding right here that cannot really be repaired. It's not all that noticeable, but it's there. Up on the top, everything looks pretty good. This has been repainted too. You can see there was some flaking right here, this paint. This is a common problem on the Fiat 500. It's been repainted, but that's okay. Up here on the top, there's a sunroof. Everything looks good. Aerial looks pretty good. Back window looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and take a look at it on the inside. There's your release right there to get in. This has got a little bit of a bow in it. That's because somebody has put a little pressure on it. You can see it's cracked right there. You know, sometimes you can fix these. They really don't do anything but cosmetic. You can see on the back of the seat here is a little bit of abrasion. These seats fold forward with this tab. Not real clean, but acceptable. Down here looks like somebody tried to lift up this carpet. I don't know why. I'm going to try to put it back down. It's not supposed to be opened. There's really nothing underneath it, and so somebody at some point tried to pull that out of there. Back on the back, this is missing right here. There's a little fastener. I've replaced a couple of these already, but in order to change a badge, I'll have to take this back off, and there's one missing there, one missing there. Not real critical, but for some reason somebody pulled this out. There's a little door pull handle right here. There's the license plate marker lights. They seem to work fine. Windshield wiper is generally in pretty good shape back here. It's not used very much. Okay, let's go to the inside. You can see the door panel looks pretty good all the way around. This has not been cleaned yet. This is the way it came for the most part. Did some light vacuuming, but that's about it so far. You can see on the back of these seats, it's fairly decent. Just needs a little cleaning. These can use a little bit cleaning. Seats are in good condition here. The heated seats do work. One thing I noticed is this is loose, so I'm going to have to re-glue that. This is a very common problem. The armrest has got a little bit of play in it, but I'll see what I can do to get some of that play out of there. These were improved in 2013, but you know, as they stand, they're a little flimsy. There's the Bose subwoofer right there. This plug I've replaced already that was missing inside the glove box. There's the cord for the TomTom and the books and title. There's also a charger port in there, by the way. HVAC controls are okay, radio's okay. All the trim up here looks all right. Not the cleanest in the world, but it's okay. Steering wheel could use some cleaning. I'll see what I can do with that. Maybe the upholstery guy. I'll try to work on the seat just a little bit, try to get some of the fade out of that leather where it's worn. And up here on the sunroof shade, it's pretty dirty, so I'm going to try to fix that. These work fine. This is a sunroof switch right here and an interior lighting switch. Got mirrors on each side of this. So, you know, you can see right here, it's not the cleanest in the world, but I'll try to clean that up a little bit. This is the mirror controls left and right. They don't work. I don't know why. I'm going to have to probably open the door panel up and see why that switch is not working. It may not be hooked up because I've checked the fuse and it's okay. So this is all your instrument controls here. Making calls or picking up calls, hanging up calls. This is the mute button for the radio. There's controls on the back of the steering wheel on each side to control the volume and your channels of the radio. Cruise control here, off and on to set it, and then go faster, slower, or cancel. Horn and airbag right here. And and this is the button that you push to actuate the Blue and Me system. Here's the stand for the TomTom. You can see it presses down. That is used as a power port. And then right here you have an auto dimming mirror. That's a push that button in or out. Automatic transmission to 6-speed. When you pull it down to the drive, you go right here. This is a stability control button to turn it off and on. Power windows on each side. This is the seat heaters left and right. Defroster, changing the controls and temperature gauge, and all that. Here's one of the 2 keys. This is actually a factory key. I'm going to turn this on. It's set up to 81 degrees, and it's going to give you the fan speed you can change here, and then you can change the settings. Seat heaters work pretty good. There's only one setting on those, and you can change this up or down. Okay, sport button right here. When you push the button, you'll see the light comes on the bottom of the electrical indicator. That gives you a little more pep. This is the defroster for the mirrors and the back window, and it actually works. You get a light on there on the lower corner. And then hazard right here to turn the radio on.
Weather. Stay in control of the day.
Just turn it right there. There's a mute button. And then you can also use a tuner to go to AM, FM, and then media. It has a working CD player in here, so it is working. I checked it out. And so, anyway, that's how you turn it off and on. And then you also have volume controls on this side and channel controls on the other side of the back of the steering wheel. Okay, let's go around to the other side. No rust of any kind. Nice thing about a Southern car, at least. You can see the door edge has been painted and touched up. This is missing. I have one. I'll put another one in there. This is the switch we mentioned for the power windows. Door handles work good. You can see this is a little bit discolored, and so is this. I've tried to do a little bit with it already. But you can see this is a little bit on the dirty side. Try to clean that up. And this is the tilt wheel lever right here to tilt up or down. It does not help telescoping. This is to open the hood. One thing I noticed, that little chunk is out of the carpet for some reason. Who knows why? Try to do something with that. This floor mat is really way past its prime. So, see if I can find something laying around that'll work. To open the back seat, you pull this. Door pockets seem to be fine back here. The back seat seems to be pretty good, although kind of dirty. If you notice right there on that panel, it's pretty dirty. I don't know if this guy had a little dog or what the deal was, but anyhow, it's got cup holders here in the back. Needs vacuumed. Needs a little bit of TLC. But overall, not too bad. That's how the seat comes down. So, I don't think many people sat back here. Okay, so generally, it's going to clean up pretty good. You know, trying to take care of any mechanical issues. Down here you have the 12-volt port. It only works when the key is on. And handbrake, of course, right here. This is your adjustment levers for the seat backs, and other than that, pretty easy car to use. See, there's a little edge right here that needs attention. Down here, a little bit of abrasion. Back in here, not the best, but we'll try to make that a little better. Anyhow, okay, this is the door label. This gives you the VIN number of the car. You notice the VIN is right here. This is the month, date, hour of build, so that's 073012. That's the 7th month, 30th day, 12th hour in the day, and that was probably in 2012 is when it was built. So anyhow, everything looks pretty good. The door's closed good. This rubber needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I think the car's been sitting for a little while, but generally it's good. Okay, well, fuel tank right here. There's no lock on it. Basically turn it left to open it, click right. It's supposed to use 91 octanes recommended. 87 is minimum, so you can use regular gas. And you know, like I said, right here somebody's closed the car door with their key or something in the way, or a screwdriver, and really messed it up. It doesn't functionally hurt anything, but it definitely could use attention. Not really sure the best way to address that. If you knock that down with a hammer, it's going to chip the paint, and that won't be good. So anyway, still a pretty car, and seems like it functions okay. And I'll be checking it out further here today, and we'll maybe do another video once it's cleaned up. So there's the daytime running lights right there. Fog lights are down in the bottom, and there's this little plastic panel that's missing right there. I don't have another one of those. I'll see if I can find one. There may be one on eBay. This is how you turn on the fog lights. Right here you press this button. Whoops. Headlights on. Fog lights on. You can see these two indicators right here. We'll start it up. Sounds pretty good. Marker light is lit. Fog lights are lit. Headlights are on. Running lights are on. This is not working. And this one in the back is also not working. Tail light's working. Both sides. You'll get an indicator light if it doesn't. There's your license plate lights are working. So these have a stainless steel exhaust, so they're not going to rust out. That's one good thing about it. I've already had this running for a few minutes earlier. There's your fuel gauge, temperature gauge for the radiator, tachometer on the inside, speedometer on the outside. Sport button on. Radio. There you go. Nice Bose system. Seems like it works okay. I really haven't done much with the radio. Okay, well, we'll get started here, and 95,909 miles, so we'll see how things go here. That's all for now. Bye-bye.